Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. That was a great start. I've forgotten to turn my camera on, and I know it's pre-recorded. But yeah, anyway. Hello, everyone. Welcome along. Thank you for joining me. It's a very weird situation that I'm in at the minute. It's been a long time since I've pre-recorded a Thursday quiz. But it's also a very long time that since I've pre-recorded a Thursday quiz way in advance of when it's actually going out. I mean, just to put it into perspective, I mean, for you guys, it's Thursday, the 17th of April. I'm recording this, and in between you watching this, there'll be another two quizzes that go out. Yeah, it's a very weird situation because I don't like having sort of pre-recording stuff way in advance. But it's because we're taking a break. Just because Jack's got a week off, Sarah's got a week off, and it wasn't really fair for me to then be sat in my office working. We've not gone anywhere. We're not going away as such. We're just we're going to still be at home plodding along. Although probably this weekend we are going to be heading to the can't remember the name of it. I'll come back to it. I will come back to it. Sorry, my camera froze. That was weird. Anyway, right. So usual, as you can already tell, usual fun and games for a Thursday night. Just a slightly shorter intro than usual because I don't have any shout outs in advance. That's the only other problem. But welcome along, everyone. It is Thursday, the 17th of April, and as you can already tell, it is the usual fun and games and chaos that you usually find from a live. It's just I pre-recorded this way in advance of when it normally goes out. Right. Let's go. Here we go. Your first round then this evening is food and drink. I'm going to have to put my phone on Do Not Disturb as well. Normally it's all right, but I'm recording this on my birthday and pre-recording this on my birthday, and it is just going nuts out of the corner of my eye. So I'm going to put it on Do Not Disturb so it doesn't disturb me during the quiz. Right, here we go. Round one, food and drink, number one. Name the fruit pictured here. Number two, linguine, penne, and fusilli. I knew I was going to struggle with that for some reason. Fusilli are all types of what? Number three, which nut goes in front of whip to make the name of a chocolate-covered fondant? Number four, which liquor is produced by distilling wine? Number five, what can be raspberry ripple, vanilla, and mint? And number six, what pastry is used in eclairs? Number seven, suet is which part of an animal? Number eight, name the biscuit. If you know me well enough, you know what that biscuit is. Oh. This is a great start to pre-records. I've got three to do. When to put my arm on me. Oh dear. Number nine, name the popular herb. And number 10, what is used in beer primarily as a bittering, flavouring, and stability agent? This is during the brewing process. Round two with some history then for you this evening. Oh, that's a good point. Hold, please. Let me just double check something. I think you might be having double bubble history here. Hang on. Have I? What date is it today? Well, date for you. Oh yeah, okay. Sort of double bubble history. I've brought a popular round back, but never mind. We'll get to this. Number one, Joshua Slocum was the first person to sail solo. Where in 1898? Was it the English Channel, the Atlantic Ocean, or around the world? Oh yeah, because round three, I very nearly shot myself massively in the foot. And then I realised at the last minute, and you'll see why when I get to it. Number two, which country was the intended invasion target of the Bay of Pigs? Number three, which war took place between 1950 and 1953? Number four, name the country from this picture. Oh, I've just realised. Put Emoji J on for a minute and then I've not switched it back over. There we go. I say this all the time. You don't really need to see me on screen during the questions, as long as you can hear. You know, if you've got me on, if you haven't got me on mute, as long as you can hear me. But if you've got me on mute, it doesn't really matter. But you don't really need to see me. And then I say that, and everyone's like, "Yeah, but we want to see you on screen." While I'm still here. I've not quite created my AI version of me yet. I tried it, and it freaked the living daylights out of anyone I showed it to. Number five, which TV channel started broadcasting on the 20th of April 1964? Number six, what is the oldest UK university? Number seven, what is the name of the French aviator credited with inventing the first forward-firing aircraft machine gun and is now also the name of a tennis venue? I'm assuming they named the tennis venue after this person, but I didn't look that far. This actually started out as I had this down as a battle, but then couldn't find any reference to the battle. So I think I made that up in my head. Number eight, which country had submarines called U-boats? Number nine, Buzz, Eurodirect, First Choice, and KLM UK are the names of now defunct what? And number 10, this is a great question. I was working on this all week. Of the last 10 UK prime ministers, how many won an election whilst in power? So, of the last 10 UK prime ministers, how many won an election whilst in power? Now, I was going to be a little bit kinder and I was going to say which basically was the, like going back in history, the 10th furthest back prime minister. But then I thought, no, do you know what? It's a question to make you think. And people are always asking me for questions to make them think. So here you go. There's a question to make you think. I'm not talking about how many elections they won. I'm just how many prime ministers when they're in power. So like at least, I'm just looking at the dates. Well, I can't tell you because otherwise it will give it away a little bit of the answer, so I'm not going to tell you. But yeah. So. Okay, taking you into your break then. In which decade? So I've got 3 clues for each question. Now, I'm not going to tell you what where the starting decades are. No decade is repeated. I thought originally I was being really clever. And I thought one of the clues was going to be the population at the start of each decade. I thought that's a great, sort of, indicator. It might help you think what decade, would have had said population. Until I realised, after I'd done all of the work on it, and I'd got the populations for each of the decade, that I realised you could have just ignored the rest of the clues and just put them in order from the population. So I've gone in and I've taken out at least, I think I've taken out at least 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I've left 1, 2, 3. I've left 4 in. But yeah, at least I caught it, I suppose. Anyway, here's your first one. Question number 1. So, in which decade Osama bin Laden was captured and killed? The first modern emojis were in use, and London hosted the Olympic Games for the 3rd time. So remember, which decade for all of these? I'm not going to say in which decade for every question. I'll be here till May. Question number 2. Population at the start of this decade was 3.696 billion. The Skylab space station re-entered Earth spectacularly over Austria and Australia even, and the Sony Walkman was first released. Number 3, population at the start of this decade was around 2.5 billion. Pez candies were first released, and it's the decade that was the true birth of the rock and roll genre. That's taken from many sources. That's not me defining that. Many sources said that. We've got 4 population numbers, so you can kind of put them into some kind of order, but then train rocking the house. I think it's speeding. Number 4, GPS navigation devices became commercially available. The birth of social networking sites. Digital music players such as the iPod made their debut. Number 5, Frank Whittle obtained his first patent for the turbojet engine. Nestle released the first white chocolate bar, the Milky Bar, and the bass guitar is invented. Number 6, population at the start of this decade was 5.316 billion. The World Wide Web is released to the general public, and the Channel Tunnel is open for passenger traffic. That's weird. I've just gone woo woo as another train goes past. I didn't even know that was coming. Whoa. I mean, that train is clearly not going down the Channel Tunnel. I don't even think you'd be able to make it to the Channel Tunnel, but there we go. Number 7, the population at the start of this decade was 3.019 billion. AstroTurf is introduced, and the Shinkansen enters passenger service, the world's first high-speed railway. The York Model Railway Show is where I'm going over the weekend. It's just suddenly come back to my head. We think we are. We're just trying to work out plans. Number 8, a private company completes a crewed orbital space flight mission for the first time. A world government acknowledges for the first time of the existence of UFOs, and Windows 11 is released. Yeah, they acknowledged the existence of UFOs, but they didn't acknowledge the existence of aliens. Number 9, the operating system MS-DOS is first released. MTV began, and the first generation known as millennials are born. Oh, and population at the start was 4.4 billion. Okay. Just looking at my... There you go. I left 5 in then. I was thinking 4 clues for that one. I was supposed to take that one out. Oh well, never mind. Oopsies. And your final one then, number 10. The sound barrier is broken for the first time. The slinky and frisbee are invented, and films such as Fantasia, The Great Dictator, and Casablanca are released. So there you have it. That's your first 30 questions then for this Thursday evening, all done. Your answers then will come back, The answers will be after this short intermission. Not switched my brain on yet this morning, as you can probably tell. Yeah, so answers will be on after the intermission, the 7-minute break coming up. You can recheck those questions if you want to. If you are new and playing for the first time, good luck. But welcome along, you are very welcome. But yes, head on over now to jvpqquestions.com or scan the QR code at the top of your screen. Now it is going to be a bit higgledy, sort of piggledy really, for these three quizzes in a row that I'm pre-recording, because the last time I took this long a break, I didn't have the website set up as I did. So yeah, jvpqquestions.com, the code that you need. So it'll be quite clear, just make sure you pick today's date. Click on that, which is the 17th of April. Click on part 1, and then the code you need is 170122. I need to put some kind of background behind all that, because it's a little bit difficult, because it blends in with my my shelving unit. But yeah, I need to put some kind of background on that. I'll add that to my my long to-do list of things to do. Anyway, right, I'm going to take 7 minutes, and then when I come back, the answers to those first 30 questions. Okie dokie. Answers then coming up in a moment. Oh, hello. I'm not on the right slide. There we go. Yeah, answers coming up then in a moment's time. So this is the second of three pre-recorded quizzes in a row, which is the first time I've pre-recorded so many in a row. For a very long time. I do much prefer going live. It is so much easier. You sit here. It is and it isn't. But I mean, I mean, there's more risk of something going wrong on a live. But you know, touch wood, that's not happened for a while. But yeah, it's so much easier with a live. You just sit in this chair, push the go live button, everything's set up, ready to go. But I mean, I don't edit any of these, so it's kind of the same thing. I don't edit these. I just have to do all the uploads and all the schedule, send stuff over to the guys to schedule for the social media posts and stuff. So, but yeah, so it's a rarity that you get so many pre-records in a row. But just signposting you, what day is it today for you guys? 17th of April. I'm just looking at my calendar. So yeah, Saturday's pre-recorded, the 19th. And then so the 26th and the 3rd of 26th of April, 3rd of May, they'll also be pre-recorded. Partly because 26th, I'm pre-recording them on my schedule because we don't know what date we're having a party for Jack for his birthday, because his birthday's at the end of April along with Sarah's. So I don't know. We're still trying to work out which day as we stand. By the time you watch this, we'll have worked it out. But yeah, we're still trying to work out what day we're doing it. So I just said I'll pre-record throughout April. Just gives me a bit of a breather as well. Yeah. So push that button there, I think. Yeah, why not push that one there? Right, let's see how you did then with your first 30 questions this evening. Round one, food and drink. Starting with this. So number one, name the fruit that is the kiwi fruit. Number two, linguine, penne, and fusilli are all types of pasta. Number three, which nut goes in front of whip to make the name of a chocolate-covered fondant? Walnut. Walnut whip. Or if you're from the Family Guy persuasion, whip. Cool whip. Number four, which liquor is produced by distilling wine? It is rum. Number five, what can be raspberry ripple, vanilla, and mint? It's ice cream. Number six, which pastry is used in eclairs? It is show pastry. Number seven, suet is which part of an animal? It is the fat. And oh, okay, I just didn't look right then. Number eight, name the biscuit. It is my all-time favourite, and if you've read my book, you'll know very well. Something that kept me going for many years. Custard creams. Still, do you know what? The thing though that annoys me with custard creams now, right, is when I lived on the streets and basically survived on a diet of custard creams and Swiss rolls. I could buy a packet of custard creams for like 20p from supermarkets. Now you're lucky if you can get away with finding a packet for £1, and that's the half packets as well. I know, inflation, shocking. Number nine, name the popular herb. That is parsley. And number 10, what is used in beer primarily as a bittering, flavouring, and stability agent? It is hops. You know, many years ago I made my own cider and beer and stuff. I've not done that for. I probably should have another go at that, even though I'm not drinking. It might be, yeah. Maybe I can do some non-alcohol. Oh, there's something to look at. I wonder if you can now brew. Because you can do everything else. I wonder if you can brew your own non-alcoholic, like beers and ciders and stuff. That's something to look into. Anyway, round two, history number one. Joshua Slocum was the first person to sail solo, where in 1898 it was around the world. Number two, which country was the intended invasion target of the Bay of Pigs mission? It was Cuba. Number three, which war took place between 1950 and 53? Technically, it is still going. It's the Korean War. Number four, name the country from the picture. That is China. Number 5, which TV channel started broadcasting on the 20th of April 1964? BBC 2. Was that 61 years? If my maths is right, 61. We'll go with that. Number 6, what is the oldest UK university? It is Oxford. Number 7, what is the name of the French aviator credited with inventing the first forward-firing aircraft machine gun, and is also the name of a tennis venue? That's Roland Garros. Yeah, I thought there was the Battle of Roland Garros, which is where I started this whole question around, and then couldn't find any details about the Battle of Roland Garros, and found out that there was actually the whole venue was named after a French aviator. So, number 8, which country had submarines called U-boats? Germany. Number 9, Buzz, Eurodirect, First Choice, and KLM UK are now named other names of now defunct what? It is airlines. And number 10, of the last 10 UK Prime Ministers, how many won an election whilst in power? There we go. There is 6. So that's your list. So Margaret Thatcher was the 10th on the list. She won elections in 83 and 87, although needed to double check the 83, but never mind. John Major won his only one in 92, so he took power after Margaret Thatcher resigned, but then he won the subsequent election in 92. Tony Blair won 2 elections, 01 and 05. David Cameron won in 15. Theresa May won in 17, and Boris Johnson won in 19. There were 6. Now, the reason this question's in, I didn't think there were many UK Prime Ministers that had then won like subsequent elections. I actually thought Tony Blair was the only one who had won an election whilst in power, and it turns out there's 6. Obviously, one Prime Minister only lasted about 44 days, so didn't have the chance to do their own election. Round 3, in which decade? So from 3 clues each question. Number 1, Osama bin Laden was captured and killed. The first modern emojis were in use, and London hosted the Olympic Games for the 3rd time. It's the 2010s. Number 2, population at the start was 3.696 billion. The Skylab space station re-entered Earth spectacularly over Australia. And the Sony Walkman was first released. It is the 70s. Number 3, population at the start was around 2.5 billion. Pez candies were first released. The decade that was the true birth of the rock and roll genre is 50s. Number 4, GPS navigation devices became commercially available. The birth of social networking sites and digital music players such as the iPod made their debut. It's the 2000s. Number 5, Frank Whittle obtained his first patent for the turbojet engine. Nestle released the first white chocolate bar, Milky Bar. The Milky Bars are on me. The bass guitar is invented. It's the 30s. Number 6, population at the start was 5.316 billion. The World Wide Web is released to the general public, and the Channel Tunnel is open for passenger traffic. It's the 90s. Number 7, population at the start was 3.019 billion. AstroTurf is introduced, and the Shinkansen enters passenger service, the world's first high-speed rail. It's the 60s. I didn't realise the Shinkansen was that old. Japan really are ahead of the world in everything, aren't they? I mean, the first high-speed rail in the 60s. I didn't think it was. I thought it was 70s, 80s, but wow, there you go. Number 8, a private company completes a crewed orbital spaceflight mission for the first time. World government acknowledges for the first time of the existence of UFOs, and Windows 11 is released. It's the 2020s, so this current decade. Number 9, the operating system MS-DOS is first released. MTV began. The first generation known as millennials are born, and the population at the start was 4.4 billion. It's the 80s. And finally, number 10, the sound barrier is broken for the first time. The Slinky and Frisbee are invented, and films such as Fantasia, The Great Dictator, and Casablanca are released. It is the 40s. So there we go. That's your first 30 answers this evening. Hopefully they got you thinking and got you sort of... I've just realised my camera's... I'll have to sort that out. It just looks like I'm on a tilt. Right, yeah, so tot your scores up. How are you getting on YouTube live chat? Remember, on a premiere, it's on all the way through the quiz. So share your scores with there. I can access the archive so I can have a look at how you did with your first 30 questions this evening. Still to come, a connections round and general knowledge as well. I can't remember which connection round. Oh, yeah, okay. You can see the lights of the train going behind. Okie dokie. Right, I think that's enough time. Right, okay, here we go. Round 4 then is your connections round. 9 questions. Question number 10. What links the 9 answers together? Here we go. Number 1. What is the 5th planet from the sun? So what is the 5th planet from the sun? Number 2, name the character pictured here. Number 3, which ride at Alton Towers has subnames Reborn, Subterra, and sister ride Inferno? So which ride at Alton Towers has subnames Reborn, Subterra, and sister ride Inferno? Number 4, I have to turn Emoji J off as well. I knew this picture was coming, but there we go. Right, what is the maiden name of this actress? So what is the maiden name of this actress? It's a 4-car train heading towards Bolton. Number 5, what is the first name of Prince William and Harry's mother? Number 6, what is either the name of a former space program, a record label, or the former name for an entertainment venue in Hammersmith? Oh, I'm in the wrong round. I thought there was another picture coming up now, and I'm in the wrong round. There we go. Number 7, what was the first name of the professor in Harry Potter McGonagall? Number 8, what was the name of the Royal Air Force Delta Wing bomber or an extraterrestrial humanoid race in Star Trek? Number 9, the Northern Lights scientific name is what Borealis? Final question, number 10. What links the 9 answers together? Just realised if I don't go away on when you're watching this, if I'm still at home, I might be watching The Apprentice final live. Normally we end up having to watch it a few days after because obviously I'm live on a Thursday and then we have other bits and pieces going on other nights. So it tends to get to a Sunday before I watch it. Oh, yeah. If I had a decent enough business plan for a really good business idea that could win the whole thing, I'd give The Apprentice a go. Hmm. Right, general knowledge then to wrap up this evening's quiz. Number 1, which TV franchise had characters such as Lord Percy Percy, Prince George, Prince Regent, and Lieutenant George? Number 2, in dice games, Snake Eyes refers to a throw of double what? Number 3, what bee is a prickly, scrambling shrub of the rose family? Number 4, which animated live action group were known as Heroes in a Half Shell? I don't want to say the end bit because I'll give away the answer. But which animated live action group were known as Heroes in a Half Shell? I've pre-recorded lots of quizzes recently, and there was one that I had the DuckTales theme tune. I think it might be last Saturday's quiz. I had the DuckTales theme tune stuck in my head, and I have still got it stuck in my head. I've not been able to shift it, and for me, there's been 24 hours since I pre-recorded that one. Number 5, what is the name of mobile supported scaffold work platforms used to move workers vertically? Yeah, I think I've badly worded this, but anyway. Oh, no, I've got the word mobile in there. What is the name of a mobile supported scaffold work platforms used to move workers vertically? If you really want to annoy someone when they're up the top, just take the key out the bottom. Well, at least in the early ones. I don't think you can do it in the more modern ones. I think you can still get down, but yeah, if someone irritates you, just say, jump in that, just go up to the top first and take the key out. Number 6. Oh, number 6. Who is this? That's not who is this. Dun, 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 dun. No, 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 no. 17th of April. It was all going so swimmingly. Right. So, number 6, name the country. It was all going so well. I probably should check. There's another picture coming up in a minute. I probably should check that's got the right thing, but I'm not going to. We'll find out together. Number 7, which sports car company has the F1 Artura, P1, and MP412C? I dream to have one of these on my drive one day before I depart this dear earth. I'm running out of years, but maybe I'll just borrow one for the day, take a picture, and then I can just say I had one on my drive. Number 8, what is the name of the Thames River crossing that has the Palace of Westminster at its northern end? Yeah, for early quiz players, I have massively given up on the idea of a Tesla, not because I like my electric cars, more for the fact that the inventor, creator, and owner of the company's turned into a Bond villain. Number 9, name the character. I changed that one. I just didn't change the one before. Name the character for number 9. And finally, for tonight, number 10, nomophobia is the fear of what? Is it garden gnomes, being without a phone, or multiplying and dividing numbers? No, what are we on part 2? Part 2 is that one, that one, that one. There we go then. That is your 50 questions for this evening. The answers to the final 20 then will be after this next short break. So if you want a recap, as same as before, head on over now to jvpqquestions.com. Click on part 2, today's date, part 2, and then click on, then the code you need is on screen now. It's 170263. So I normally do this the other way around. I normally have the website set up before I pre-record. However, I can't do that at the minute. I need to wait for I mean, in your world it's already gone, but I need to wait for Thursday the 10th quiz to finish so that I can then sort those out and have them all lined up. So those codes that are on screen I have made up, but I've got them written down, which means those codes are what I will then enter into the website so everything will work, because I normally do it the other way around. I normally write the code into the website and then add it onto here, but yeah, so it will work. Anyway, right. If it doesn't, for whatever reason, if there's something I've overlooked, I'm sure if you ask nicely in the YouTube live chat or in our Patreon Discord server, I'm pretty sure someone will repeat any of the questions you may have missed if, for whatever reason, the website's not working. All right, I'm going to take 7 minutes, and when I come back, answers. See you shortly. Okay, answers coming up then in just a moment's time. As I said, a lot of people don't believe me when I say I don't edit any of this. Literally, I sit in that break, I sit there for 7 minutes and I'm just, pottering, doing whatever it is I need to do. Because to edit something, and I've had to do it a couple of times before, but to edit it, it's like twice as long because you have to go in, chop the bits up, make sure the time is right, and all of that kind of thing. So yeah, I genuinely, for those breaks run as if it was a live quiz, and I sit here as if it's a live quiz, and I do that. But in that break, my mum rang to wish me, because I'm recording this on my birthday. So my mum just rang me to wish me happy birthday, and I said, I've got 3 minutes left on a pre-record. I'll speak to you later on. But on that note, I want to wish my mum a happy birthday. It was her birthday on, hang on, what day are we now? Thursday. So yeah, it was my mum's birthday on Tuesday. She's turned, well, she probably won't thank me for this, but then she's got a 43-year-old son, so it's kind of going to make sense. But yeah, my mum was 60 on Tuesday, so massive happy birthday to my mum for Tuesday. I think I mentioned it on the JDQ as well on Tuesday as well. But yeah, happy birthday to my mum for Tuesday. Right, let's put that one there and put that one there. Right, grab your answer sheets. Let's see how you did with your final 20 this evening. Your connections round, number one. What is the fifth planet from the Sun? Jupiter. Number two, name the character that is Pluto. I bet how many of you were thinking, oh, he can't be doing planets. He's just asked a planet question in the first one, but he can't be asking planets. It's not planets. Number three, which ride at Alton Towers has subnames Reborn, Subterra, and Sister Ride Inferno? It's Nemesis. I need to get to Alton Towers this year. I have not been to Alton Towers for probably the best part of 10 years. I need to go this year. I need to find a way to do it. Number four, what is the maiden name of this actress? That is Samantha Womack now, but maiden name is Janice. When she first started her acting career, Samantha Janice. Number five, the first name of Prince William and Harry's mother is Diana. Number six, what is either the name of a former space program, a record label, or the former name for an entertainment venue in Hammersmith? It was always known as the Hammersmith Apollo. I don't know whether it's the O2 Apollo now or the Ventim Apollo, but yeah, I went with the fact the former name because it was always the Hammersmith Apollo. Number seven, what was the first name of the professor in Harry Potter's in Harry Potter? It was Professor Minerva McGonagall. Number eight, what was the name of the Royal Air Force Delta Wing bomber or an extraterrestrial humanoid race in Star Trek? It's Vulcan. Number nine, the Northern Lights scientific name is the Aurora Borealis. And so what links the answers? Probably relatively more straightforward than recent connection rounds. They are Roman god and goddesses. And I've got the list here, if I have still got it open. So you've got Jupiter, who is the thunder and sky. Pluto, underworld. Nemesis is of revenge. Janus is of beginnings. Diana is wild animals. Apollo is music and sun. They do have other ones, but these are sort of the main ones that stuck out. Minerva is of wisdom. Vulcan of fire, and Aurora is the goddess of dawn. Like I say, they do have other ones they're attached to. It's like, yeah, they've got sort of loads of specialities, but those were sort of the main ones that stuck out. Right, well done if you got that. General knowledge, number one. Which TV franchise had characters such as Lord Percy, Prince George, Prince Regent, and Lieutenant George? It's Blackadder. Number two, in dice games, Snake Eyes refers to a throw of double one. Number three, what bee is a prickly scrambling shrub of the rose family? It's brambles. Number four, which animated live-action group were known as Heroes in a Half Shell? The Teenage Mutant Ninja or Hero Turtles, depending on where you are in the world. Number five, what is the name of mobile-supported scaffold work platforms used to move workers vertically? It is a scissor lift. Number six, name the country. I'm not changing it. Name the country. That is Brazil. Number seven, which sports car company has the F1 Artura, P1 and MP412C? It is McLaren. Number 8, what is the name of the Thames River crossing that has the Palace of Westminster at its northern end? The answer was in the question. It's Westminster Bridge. Number 9, name the character. That is Garfield. And finally, number 10, nomophobia is the fear of being without a phone. So there we go. That is all of your main questions for this evening. Tot your scores up. How have you got on? If you need a tiebreaker question, it is this. How many major versions of Microsoft Windows have been available commercially? Now, I'm not talking like Windows NT, but how many major versions? Whoa, there we go. Yeah, there are 15. What a numpty. Yeah, so there have been 15 major versions of Microsoft Windows have been available commercially. Oh, what an absolute numpty. Right, if you still need a tiebreaker, play rock, paper, scissors. Just play rock, paper, scissors. Do you know, it was going so well up until the Brazil flag question, and it, you know, I was on for sort of, with the exception of spelling errors and grammatical errors, I was on for a perfect quiz. Right, there we go. That is all of your questions then and all of your answers for this evening. How have you got on? Let me know. There will be a social post, as always, up on social media on Facebook and Instagram. So let me know how you got on with your questions this evening. So I'm back on Saturday night, the final of the trilogy of pre-recorded quizzes at the moment. So I'll be back on Saturday night with another 50 questions and a selection of dingbats, as always. So yeah, that's it from me, as always then. Oh yeah, don't forget JDQ as well. It's still going. So you'll have your final JDQ of the week tomorrow as well. So that's it from me. I will see you all soon. As always then, take care and stay safe.